Hello, everybody, and welcome back to He Makes Me Play, where I, Marius, make other people play video games. And again, with me today is Vincent. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Marius.
How are you?
No, I'm doing great. How are you?
You always say that. Is it actually true?
I'm getting to play Disco Elysium with you. Of course I'm doing great. What do you expect?
I actually believe you because I'm always happy to play this game. Every time we learn more things and the mystery deepens. Last time it's day 2 and we chose to continue our exploration of the failed business area, which yielded much. We found a novelty dice maker, and we may find out if she is behind the curse that is believed to be upon this failed business area by the bookstore owner Plaisance.
Yeah.
There you go. I basically summarized everything that happened. Let's get into it. I want to find out more
All right.
about this. And let's get into it. I have a suggestion immediately.
Okay. What's your suggestion?
Because there was stuff we can still talk to the dice maker about, but we can do that some other time. There's a white check that really should be done, but before we do the white check, I would like to go to Plaisance.
All right.
And talk to her, report back to her, and because maybe having talked to her, we will get a bonus on the check.
Okay.
Not likely, but it could be.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
And overall, I am angling to get these two women to work together. I want the dice maker to move out of her furnace, which is kind of sad, into the bookstore where RPGs are being sold.
Yeah, I have to say, I would be surprised if that's actually possible.
Me too, but so far the game has often thought like we do.
That's true. And hopefully we can... it will be like that again.
Yes.
And we are back in the bookstore. Let's talk to Plaisance.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Right.
Do notice now, I pulled out the flashlight again to navigate the dungeon.
Yeah.
And now I'm basically shining it in her face. But it's fine.
She doesn't mind.
You may remember there was the option to ask more questions about the curse, which we still have.
Oh, yeah.
And we can
do that too.
Also say, I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. A novelty dice maker? Her eyes widen. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery?
No, Plaisance, not everything is sorcery.
Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Well, she kind of does do that, but
yeah.
She used alligator bones, but never mind.
And we can reply by saying, 1. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you. Or we can say, no, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. Or the last option, she may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further.
I find number 2 sort of interesting because, maybe that's how we have to play this thing. Speak Plaisance's language.
Uh-huh.
But I want to do the business, the rational thing.
Yeah, because we also didn't do that for...
It's a lie. Also, was that what you're getting at?
No, we didn't. In a way, we didn't do that for Neha, right? When we were presented with the option to basically take her side, we didn't.
That's true. Take her narrative entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we say?
As always, as we do with politics, we take the middle way. Whatever. Let's do number 1.
So we say she's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. She looks perplexed. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse? Endurance, medium success. Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
Suggestion, easy success. Just don't say you don't have any answers yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Very helpful, our skills, for once.
Yeah. Inland Empire, challenging success. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There's an entity behind the entity.
All right.
We have multiple options here, 5 to be exact. The first one being, she says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. The second one, she said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. And the third one, lie. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. The fourth one, honestly, I don't have any answers yet. There are still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. And the last one,
Yeah.
there's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it.
Yeah, we have to say that one.
Really? Not the radio computer thing?
No.
All right.
It's so obviously what Inland Empire suggested, and that is still my favorite skill.
Yeah. Then again, it's not necessarily a good idea to follow it, as we have noticed, but...
I disagree. We have to.
All right. She says, a third order presence. Yes. She lets go of the pendant. Empathy, medium success. A great dark relief washes over her.
What's a dark relief?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, all right.
And she says, I've heard of these dry actors. In certain occult literature that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter.
Is this woman, what, 12?
I mean, in some parts of her mind, possibly.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if she would read something like Lord of the Rings.
I don't think she reads.
That might be the problem, yeah.
So, options.
Let's see. We can continue. Task complete. Investigate Doom commercial area. Gain experience.
Okay. I thought it was a thought. All right.
No.
How much XP do we get?
70.
That's a lot.
Level up. And she says, I understand everything, sir. Thank you for descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthening the wards. Do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels... She performs an X-shape cross on her heart, on her chest. May the Lord be with you.
The Lord, okay.
For some reason, I'm thinking Sith Lord, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, is Jesus a thing in this world? I don't know. Maybe she means the goddess. She seems more like a goddess kind of person.
Yeah.
This feels weirdly like a non-resolution to me. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Kim says, well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
I detect some sarcasm in Kim.
Yeah. Inland Empire, medium success. Yes. The venture continues in other waters, darker waters. And Kim says, he turns to us. Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Sure.
All right. We could also still ask more about the
curse. Well, I feel like this is kind of over. So,
well,
do you want to? Is there a particular question you're interested in?
Not really, but I would like to at least look at the options.
Okay.
So we say, I had a few more questions about the curse. And she says, okay, but please, only a few questions. She peers at the curtain. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. And the options are, number 1, how does this curse manifest itself? Which I think we already know. Number 2, why didn't you tell me right away it's the curse? And the third one, have you thought help from anyone?
Yeah, you can ask that one, I think.
Yeah, that's like the only one that interests me. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Seminar's mediators. They provided me with the wards. She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough. And we are in the same menu, but now we can ask, is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Mm-hmm.
And we can also ask, what about the wards on the back door? Are these similes as well?
Let's ask about the pendant.
All right. Or this. She holds the pendant in her palm. Its ochre heart glistens under the lights. No, it's a special Himaian amulet, blessed by the desert pygmy shamans with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. Well, that's working great.
I think we've heard that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Where would we have heard that? From her?
Yeah. A while back.
Oh,
Or
okay,
something hinting at this. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
well-
I'm wrong.
Could be. She continues. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. She nods. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Oh, there you go.
Well, if there are no sales, then that doesn't help. That's math.
Well, but Vincent, we did buy that map. So surely that's proof.
It's not a book, though.
Wow, that's semantics. Anyway, the other question?
We can ask about the wards on the back door.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. She says, yes. We ask, what about the wards on the back door? Are these similes as well? And she says, yes, the similes are very crafty and the wards are extremely powerful. Less wards simply won't do here. Okay, and
Too bad we removed them.
yeah, whoops, sorry about that. And now we can still ask how the curse manifests itself and why she didn't tell us right away.
No, I'm fine. Do you want to know?
We can't leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You can't get out of the dialogue?
no.
Okay, how does it manifest? Come on, let's do this, Vincent. Maybe we'll get 5 XP.
Possibly, hopefully. A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store. It's not dimly lit. Anyway, the curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease eating at the very foundation. Her voice drops to a whisper. It's the curse of financial disaster, of ruin and bankruptcy. She appears at the curtains again. Inland Empire, medium success. Didn't that curtain just move? And we can say
Vincent, maybe there's something behind the curtain.
we should check.
Yeah.
We can say number 1. Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Or we can say, Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. Or the last one. Wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural.
Yeah, do the wait. Curious if that will just wait.
But, officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about Kakoa demons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Kakoa demons? Really?
Apparently.
I mean, I think they're called that. Like those cheesy demon things in Doom.
Are
You've
they?
played Doom, right? They're called Kako demons.
The original Doom? No.
Yeah. Well, I have, because I'm old. They have Kako demons. I guess it's a reference.
Good, yeah.
The makers of this game are also old.
And do they actually feed off bad business practices?
No, they kill Marines on Mars.
Yes,
like,
is
it has
that-
nothing to do with business practices.
That makes so much more sense for demons. She continues, there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if I was unwanted here. Empathy, medium success. Sounds familiar.
We feel that everywhere we go.
Yeah, and we can say, strange. I feel unwanted too. What does it mean? Or we can say, or we can not mention it.
No, mention it.
And she says, truly so? Her eyes narrow as she tries to get a read on your energy. Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous. And now we can finally say, never mind, I had other questions. We could also ask why she didn't tell us immediately about the curse.
I'm done. If you want to...
Yeah, no, same. I was done after the first question, basically.
Alright.
And now leave. And I
And-
stop shining a light into her eyes.
Very considerate of you. Let's go back to Niha. What was her name?
Yeah,
Niha.
I think
Nice
so.
name. Let's go back and do a white check. I don't think we'll get a bonus, but who knows? And I don't think my dream of bringing these women together for a business venture will come true either. But okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but still sort of disappointed.
I was expecting a little bit more. I feel like this third order entity is now sort of mentioned, but I don't actually believe we will ever come upon it. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am.
Why can I not move in there? Is it
And,
just because
yeah.
of the light? Sorry.
And if we don't, then I'm a little bit disappointed. It feels like a non-resolution.
That's so interesting. I actually couldn't move into the room because I didn't have the flashlight out.
Oh, really? He just won't?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Cool.
Okay. Is there anything else here to interact? No, nothing. All right, let's talk to her again.
Just do the white check.
It's still low with 17%. We could spend a skill point, just saying. But
Did we get a level up with the XP?
Yeah.
But
but we could do that even after the skill check.
you are right. So let's do the check.
So the skill check is Shiver's Legendary 14. Why hasn't her business failed?
No.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here. And we can either start taking off our clothes, you need to connect, or we can leave it at that.
No, take him off. I wonder where this is going.
Okay. Wouldn't be the first time that we're running around shirtless, right? So,
Yeah, or pantless.
either one. And Kim has seen everything. So
Oh, yeah, you can't be shocked.
So she says, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" The dice maker stares at you while you start to fuss with your pants. And Kim says, "Officer," the lieutenant exclaims sharply. And we can say, "The zipper, it's stuck." Or we can say, "Is it just me or is it hot in here?" Or we can say, "I'm trying to lower my body temperature." Or we can say, "It's part of this special technique I have." Or the last one, never mind, this was a terrible idea. Do up your pants.
Say it's hot in here.
All right. No, it's the novelty dice maker speaking. No, I don't feel hot. We're in a derelict smokestack. If anything, then it's cold here. And we still can apparently use all the other options.
I'm trying to lower my body temperature
Sure. And why would you do that?
because it's hot. Still all the other options.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
The zipper, it's
Yeah,
stuck.
let's say that one.
And she says, "Oh no, not the zipper." She rolls over to the other end of her table with her chair, looking for something to grab from the toolbox. Wait, what?
Is she gonna help us with her wire cutters,
I guess.
or will she get a pistol to get rid of us?
Either way, it wouldn't surprise me. But we are stuck with, it's part of the special technique I have, or never mind, that was a terrible idea.
No, say the technique. I want to know all the options now.
She squints at you, a little astonished at what she's hearing. "And what technique is that? You still haven't gotten your zipper open?" And
I want to have fuck you. We had that before.
Yeah.
Feels similar.
Equally skilled at interhuman interactions. This is fantastic.
So
we
what's coming up?
we can say, okay, hear me out. Sometimes I get these feelings. Or we can say, you know what? Forget, this was a bad idea.
No. Feelings.
And Kim says, Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
This is good, Kim. This is our thing. This is our bit. This is how we do things.
Uh-huh. And the novelty dice maker says, Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings. And Shivers says, now you feel something. The cold damp of shame washing over you. And we actually hurt ourselves. We lost one morale.
Oh.
And we can say, no, not like that. It's like I can feel the wind. Or, I don't know, the air pressure. And then the air tells me things. Or we can still just do up our pants.
No. Number one.
And she says, the air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio? And we can say, yeah, exactly. Or we can say, no, I'm not explaining this very well.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help with that. She turns away so that you can zip up your pants again. And that's it.
All right.
We had our fun. We didn't succeed.
I don't know where that was going. All this whole taking pants off thing. I guess that's the punishment for failing the skill.
I guess so.
Well, okay. Let's think about our level up. What do we actually want to develop?
Well, I can look for the white checks.
That's a good idea. Is there any one of them that we really want to do? I don't think I want to punch head measurer. It's just not who I am.
And we also, we haven't done that, so we can still do that. We don't need to invest.
We tried that. We have done that.
But the skill check is still white, so we can...
But what did we... Then I don't know why it changed, but we definitely have tried it, and then Kim told us, hey, don't do that. Remember?
Yeah. I don't know. But it's still white according to the
Okay.
checks.
Maybe because it's the next day. Did you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think so, because all the other ones are still not white.
Oh, okay. Well, it's head measure. It's the way in the harbor. They must open that up again. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to do it. Anything else?
There are a couple of checks we can still do, like the Esprit de Corps for choice, and there's also a conceptualization for the backyard wall. Then there is a logic check with Kim that we could invest points in.
Didn't we level logic last time as well at some point? Because I remember logic was a good pick.
I don't
And
think so.
no, we did, and then we solved one thing with the binder. No, what's it called? That police thing we have. You know,
Wait, can I just look at it?
what is that called?
Yes, we have 1 point in logic invested. You're right.
Yeah, and we succeeded at sorting our cases. Remember?
Right.
And that's why we still have a bunch of stuff to read if we want there.
Uh-huh.
This game is so huge. It feels like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So we tried logic once. Not sure if I want to try it again right now.
So we also have electrochemistry for the mirror, encyclopedia for the mirror, visual calculus for the footprints in the dust and set of tracks in front of the on the plaza. Then we have physical instrument for the sleeping dock worker to wake him up.
That seems like a useful skill in any case.
Physical instrument.
Yeah, it comes up.
It's used for the sleeping dock worker, for the barbell in the gym area.
Oh wow, that's a white check. Wow.
And it's also used for the ice cream maker.
Yeah, I vote for physical instrument.
Okay, but I should say all of these are very unlikely.
That's true, but I also vote for it because we can retry them, and it's just generally a good skill, it seems.
Okay.
Or I mean, I'm open to alternatives if there was something else you wanted.
While I'm still sort of into visual calculus.
Yeah, okay, that seems about as useful as physical instrument.
Yeah, so they are the two. I said in Samaran butter. which I'm not sure where that is.
Where was that?
Oh, I think that's the. How do you say that? Next to the pawn shop, there was this closed water gate,
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember.
and it was there. Is there anything else? Rhetoric, volition, shivers. Not really. Yeah, either
okay.
physical instrument is fine or visual calculus.
We could do shivers right now to redo this check, but I don't really want to.
No, I mean.
Yeah, I'll let you pick between those two.
Okay. Let me look at these again. How hard are the visual calculus things? Okay, they are just medium. So
I think here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I think the visual calculus checks, there will be, it's more likely we actually succeed, but I think that like the payoff of visual calculus skill checks in general doesn't seem as large as the payoff of physical instrument skill checks.
well, let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Level up visual calculus.
All right, then let's go to the yard.
Yes. Let's do some visual calculations. I have to say something I noticed about this game. It's very inconsistent about characters running and not running.
How so?
It's supposed to work in a way where if I double click somewhere, the character runs there. But he doesn't, which I think is related to how close to the character I click.
Yeah, I understand. That does seem like a finicky kind of thing.
Yeah. And
Probably hard to get perfect on
it's
the
just
side of the game.
very irritating. Okay, first of all, I de-equip the flashlight again. Give me back my back. Oh, there's also someone standing outside of the shop. I don't think we have talked to him yet, but we can do that after checking. What do we want to do first?
The yard.
The yard. Okay.
Do some police work.
Oh, there's a woman on top of the whirling in rags. There's like a small balcony on the building.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Really, like on the ceiling?
yeah, as part of the how do you call it? Not the ceiling, but the
Top floor?
no, even above that.
Above the top floor should be the ceiling.
Yeah, but outside. The ceiling is seen from the
Like
inside.
where the gutters are? No, I meant ceiling from the outside. I guess the roof.
yeah, the roof, exactly. And it's
I
like
see.
there's like part of the roof
A
that's
kind of
missing and
outcropping.
yeah. And
Okay.
that's the woman that we so successfully tried to seduce.
Harassed. Okay.
Rest, yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I knew we were gonna have to talk to her again. She said as much.
Okay, let's see if we have any items that influence it. No, we don't. Okay, let's do the visual calculus. Okay, we have a 28% chance.
Go.
Because we suck at visual calculus.
Hey.
Ooh. Okay, so oh, interesting. The color scheme actually changed. It got darker, and the footprints are lit up. They're like almost neon colors.
That's
or
cool.
Like you would expect under blacklight.
Yeah, he has police vision now.
So what we said was there are several footprints in the mud left by worker boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. And visual calculus, medium success, maybe more than 12? No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Okay.
And we can go over them one by one.
Really?
Apparently.
Let's do it.
Number 1, standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. Oh, they even put like there are, as I said, tons of footprints, and they have like these little yellow cards, like from police work,
Yeah.
next to these different footprints.
But we're not gonna take a picture, are we?
I don't think so.
I mean, Kim has that machine, but it seems like to have like 1 or 2
Yeah.
cartridges.
And
So okay. Anyway, it's a nice visual.
standard workbook, steel reinforced toes, number 46. Number 2, standard workbook, steel reinforced toes, no 44. Okay. Number 3, hobnailed workboot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. Number 4, standard workboot, number 45 or 46. And we can say, wait, which is it? Or count more.
Wait, which is it?
Yeah. Or we can say,
Yeah.
count more.
What does he mean by count more?
I assume that he means we go to the next boot.
No, let's wait with this one. What's going on here?
Okay.
What is that number anyway, Vincent? Is that the size?
I think so.
Okay.
So we say, wait, which is it? And visual calculus says, you don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The code must have preserved them. And now we can only count more.
Okay.
Number 5. Another standard workboot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. And 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. And we
So a smaller boot, is that the result?
I suppose so. And
Okay.
we can ask male or female.
Yeah.
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. And we can say, I'm pretty good at this, right?
Yeah.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. And now we count the rest. Number 7. The glowing outline of a standard workboot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Probably the one carrying the body?
Good call. Did you say that or the game?
Yeah, that was me.
Good call, Vincent. You would be an excellent detective.
I now expect the game to say exactly that. Oh, it just jumps to number 8. And yet another standard workboot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
I have an alternative theory. When they were carrying this guy here, he was still alive.
Uh-huh.
They were lynching him, and this is the prints of that guy because... Well, no, sorry. I thought he was missing a boot, but that's not the case, right?
No.
Okay. I take it back. But then what is these prints? What is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
We can continue. And Kim says, how many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. And we can say 8. Or we can say 400 million. Or we can say nothing.
Say 8.
I find the idea of say nothing pretty funny, to be honest.
No, don't be a dick to Kim.
I know, but just how many? And we just look at him. So we say 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. Okay, that's way off. And we can say the same guys are going back and forth. Or we can say way off. Way.
No, don't be a dick, number 1.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia, he points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? And we can point out all the obvious ones. Light step, number 41 show. Or we can point to another one, a heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint. Or we can say an aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. Or we
Yeah.
can say, how old do you think these tracks are.
I hope we can point all of these out, right?
I hope so, yeah. So
Let's start with one of them. Aberration, I say.
Okay. An aberration. One soul smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul.
Sure.
But we can say, do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? And he says, someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor.
Oh,
He
that's
thinks,
so clever.
yeah, he thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. I like the other one more. Empathy, medium success. He regrets it the moment he says it. So we can say, a drummer? That's stupid.
Don't say that.
Or we can say, so one of the people we are looking for is a drummer. Or we can not say anything and just nod.
Just nod.
And Kim says, I don't know why I said that. We're not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
It would be so funny if like we find a drummer now.
Oh, we got our second achievement. Goodest of the good cops. Oh, I don't know what for.
What for? Maybe because we're being nice to Kim.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
A suggestion, medium success. The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drama issue himself. Yeah,
It wasn't such a big deal, but
not
sure.
really, yeah. And Kay says he raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. And we can nod thoughtfully, or we can say, I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Or we could say, interesting. If only I had come up with that idea.
Oh, so much nuance here.
Yeah.
How nice we want to be.
Do we want to build it? Do we want to build him up after the drama bit?
Well, it can also sometimes that can be too much, and then he feels patronized.
Okay.
Oh, it's so tough. What was the third one?
Interesting. If only I had come up with that idea.
No, that feels too sugary sweet. I don't know.
Okay.
Like we're making fun of him. Like the second one I think was good. What was that?
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, see, that's also affirmative, but not that much.
Okay.
I vote for that one.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south towards the traffic jam instead.
The
machines
drivers
are silent. The engines are all turned off. And he says, we should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect.
We could investigate that anyway for drug smuggling.
He continues, seems prudent, no? And we can say, yes, prudent. Or we can say, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Don't want to attract too much attention.
What nonsense. Prudent, yes.
The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. Okay. Start from the top with light step, number 41 shoe. And he says, a woman or a kid? And we can say, could it be a woman? Or we can say, could it be a kid?
Could it be a woman?
Okay. How do you know? Visual calculus. He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait. And we can say, I don't. Or we can say, I just do. Or the third option, I'm just saying random things while looking at holes in the mud. I've no idea where any of this is coming from.
Just say I don't.
Understood. Anything else? Okay. Next on the list is a heavy one. 200 kilograms imprint.
Yeah.
200, he thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of two people? One carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similar build soon-to-be dead man? Visual calculus. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. And we can say, one of them was carrying him over. Or we can say, maybe it was a giant. Or we can say, it could have been an extremely obese person.
It is. I mean, I did think that maybe this is head measurer. Right? He's
Ah.
pretty tall.
Yeah, could be.
But it feels like we have to make a decision now. Number 1 is the carrying option. Number 2 is head measurer. Right? I think I want to go with the carrying option.
Yeah, me too. Just because it was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
But it would be funny, actually, because like I feel it was my first idea because it's so often the case that it's like, ooh, one of the footprints is different and it's almost twice as heavy as all the other ones. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, it's because one of them is carrying another one. And in this case, it's just a giant. That would be funny.
Somehow I don't think head measurer killed this man, though. Somehow I don't. I don't know why. It's my Inland Empire.
Yeah.
All right, let's
wouldn't
go
be
with number 1.
Convinced. All right. And he says, possibly, yes. The lieutenant marks something down in his notebook. Okay, and that leaves us with, how old do you think these tracks are?
Mm-hmm.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. And Visual Calculus says, it is not impossible. And we can ask, how do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol, 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day. That's pretty smart. And Visual Calculus says, correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. And last option, what do you think happened here?
Mm-hmm.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Hey, we gained 5 XP. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be lynching.
Yes.
And
Solid assessment, Kim.
Yeah, and Visual Calculus agrees. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. And that's it. We've been
Okay.
through all of it.
Neat. Feels like actual police work.
Yeah. See, Visual Calculus.
Yes, there's another check, right?
Yeah.
For the tracks? Of a car or something?
I think it was a fence that divides.
Oh, okay.
Yes, between like the yard and the plaza.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. Yeah, Visual Calculus. Perception site. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. And we can try to reconstruct the movement.
Yes.
Medium 11. 28% chance. Come on.
Nice.
Wow. We are good at visual
Yes,
calculus.
finally we get some rolls.
Yeah. Visual calculus. Medium success. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burned rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling erects. This is point A. The driver started there.
Mm-hmm.
And then accelerated straight into the fence. Left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why that pang of guilt again? And then we can...
Was it us?
I guess so. And we can only ask, what happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. And now we can ask, a car drove through or we can say, a car drove through the fence. Or we can say, is this connected to the case?
Let's ask that.
If this is connected to the case?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we ask that out loud. And Kim says, I'm not sure. there are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. Visual Calculus says, you could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time. Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Have we done that before?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Of course we find the time.
Yeah, we've got nothing else to do.
Spent like hours and hours trying to get a necktie from a ventilator.
Yeah, we almost
So-
died
Yeah.
because of it. Okay, where? Oh, there's loot. More loot.
What kind?
Plastic tear. It's a bottle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I don't see any tire tracks here. But I do see more loot.
Like, are you at a canal or something?
Yeah, I ran down the street and
Mhm.
I'm next to the pawn shop now.
Oh, okay.
And I don't see any tire tracks anywhere. I'm gonna try going a bit further north. But still I see nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna look again in what direction these tire tracks are. Just those. Okay, there's still an option we can explore. A car drove through the fence. I vote we do that and see where it leads.
Okay.
5 XP gained was the right decision. So we say a car drove through the fence. And Kim says, you are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. Inland Empire, medium success. Somehow this makes you feel scared. You don't know why. Okay, but still I don't know exactly where it's supposed to go.
Somehow in my mind, I'm connecting this to the butter sign that fell down, but there's no connection, right?
I mean, it could be.
That someone drove into that thing? It doesn't make sense.
No, I think it's just too far off the street. I don't think you can actually reach it with a car.
Yeah, okay.
But I can try and talk to it.
Well, we want to go there anyway because there's another skill, right? Skill check.
Yeah. Visual calculus, medium 11. Attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
With the sign, right?
We even get a +1 from ominous Daredevil feeling.
Maybe it does have to do with the car.
Yeah, could be.
Let's see. Yes.
Double sixes even.
Ha.
Oh God.
What?
It shows, like before, it shows in this weirdly blacklight visual style what happened here.
Oh, okay.
And let me just say, if that was us, we are indeed a Daredevil.
Why?
So I couldn't follow the tracks because the tracks didn't lead to the street as I thought they would. And they led down the plaza, and from the plaza basically immediately on top of the pawn shop. And from there we jumped with the car, if that was us, into the billboard.
Nice. We used it as a ramp.
And yeah,
The pawn shop.
basically.
And then, why is there no crashed car anywhere?
Well, because according to this visualization, it's what's blocking the gate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the gate that keeps the traffic on the roundabout trapped. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's interesting. So maybe it wasn't us. Maybe it was Joyce or some of her henchmen or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not sure if that's actually what's keeping the
Mm.
traffic stuck.
Okay.
I think that's more related to the harbor being on strike.
All right.
But
Well, but there was something about her, making it so that the bridge is kept down and stuff, right?
yeah, but it also just said, yeah, on Wednesday, this gate is shut or something like that, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and who knows if the car billboard thing is connected.
Yeah. Also, Kim got here through over the bridge.
That's true. Yeah, but there was a special case.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see
Yeah.
what the game tells us. So, visual calculus, medium success. Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burned rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier in front of the Whirlington Rags. And we can now look at the crater, the roof of the shack, the sloping metal roof panel,
Yeah, let's look at all of it.
the broken post, the sign, and the opposite bank.
Start at the top.
Look at the crater. Side slip marks indicate that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers per hour. Okay, look at the roof of the shack. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. Okay, next point, look at the sloping metal roof panel. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. Also like that the camera is like zoomed in and slowly follows the way of the vehicle. And look at the broken post. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. Okay. Second to last, look at the sign. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. And the last one, look at the opposite bank.
So that sounded like the vehicle is in the canal.
Yeah. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
Oh, so not in the canal.
Huh. Okay.
And maybe it wasn't us then. If it drove off.
Yeah. Huh. Now,
You know what? Okay. Yeah, please.
I'm just confused because it looked like the vehicle was in the water, but I guess it's not supposed to be in the water. It's supposed to be over the water and flying.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I have a theory what happened,
Uh-huh.
which is that this area got closed down by Joyce and her goons,
Mm-hmm.
and someone panicked for some reason. Someone wanted to get out,
Oh, okay.
and so they made this Daredevil jump.
Huh.
I mean, that's the someone has to have a motive why they would risk their life and their car in this way. Sorry, motor carriage.
Mm-hmm.
But that might be a reason, because they were really involved in the killing and maybe something else, and they got really scared.
Yeah, I like that. Also, because we already know that like whatever is south of here is an important location in the game. Like is that the fishing village? I think so.
There's something there. Isn't the church there as well?
Yeah, but I think that's like south west
Okay.
or just west. I'm not sure. But yeah, that would give us something to do there, right? Search for the killer.
Yes.
That would link all this to
The
some
killer.
place else. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, now we have the new option to say, what was the model of this phantom vehicle?
Yes.
There are two good candidates. The Cupris 40 and the Linear G22. And now we can ask about either one.
Go ahead.
So why the Cupris 40? It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. Why the Linear G22?
Mhm.
Very sturdy, but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. Okay, and now we can ask, what now?
Yes.
Now, you'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. Okay, and now we can blink and leave.
Okay.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis. And we can end? Or now we can talk to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Any theories about what happened here?
He gazes down at the sign. And we can say, it looks like someone was in a real hurry. Or the second option, reckless traffic hooliganism. Or the third one, some top-shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
No, someone was in a hurry.
What kind of car do you think it was? And we can either say it was Cooper S40 or a Linear G22.
How would I know? Like, what was the difference again? I'm bad with cars.
I think-
Especially fictional cars.
Okay, from what I remember, from about half a minute ago,
Yeah, but it's cars. It just goes in one ear, goes out the other.
yeah, the one the Linear G22 was only an option because it would have survived the jump, and the other one had actually like physical marks that fit. The tire tracks, for example, were sort of similar. So let's say that.
Okay.
The Cooper's 40. I hope I'm correct on this. He seems impressed. That's quite likely from what I can tell. Yes. And we can say, I have some ideas about who it might have been. Or we can say, yeah, I have no idea. Who could it have been?
Well, I have some ideas, so Harry also has some ideas.
All right. He raises his eyebrow. Oh? And we can say, it had to be someone really cool and courageous. Or we can say, it was someone dangerous. Perhaps this is somehow connected to the murder?
Mm-hmm.
Or the last option. Actually, never mind. I need
No,
more
no.
evidence.
Dangerous. Connected.
The traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we're not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder? And we can either say we should bring this driver to justice and take the task, or we can move on and leave it.
No, take the task.
Well, you'll not be surprised if I tell you we got a new task.
Yeah.
And he sighs and says, if we must.
Why doesn't he like this? He should like this. This is about cars.
Esprit de corps, medium success. I'm not expecting him to get far with this. The lieutenant consoles himself. Okay, so he's just
Right.
annoyed because he doesn't see us ever succeeding in this.
No, he's relieved because of that. He doesn't want to do it, but he's like, oh, he's not
okay.
going to figure this out anyway.
All right.
So no worries. No reason to fight.
Okay.
All right.
Visual calculus. Aha.
Yes. A very good choice.
Yeah.
Now I say we talk to the dock workers.
Okay.
That seems like a very prominent item on the list, and it might also, I don't know how much time we would have to do it.
Okay, which dock workers do you mean?
Are there multiple ones?
Well, there are multiple ones you could mean by saying dock workers.
The ones
yes.
in the whirling and rags,
Oh. Right. Because they, yeah, okay.
because they appeared. And Vincent, actually, come to think of it,
Uh-huh.
I think we will talk to the dock workers next time.
All right. I'm standing right in front of them.
Yes, that's gonna be good. Oh yeah, there's the whirling rags. And we also, at some point, we have to sing karaoke here.
Yeah.
That was a hidden task. There is still much to do. This game really does unfold
Uh-huh.
over time. Yeah. We could also investigate the drug trafficking. So much to do, Vincent. You, dear audience, can join us next time to do so much with us. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and leave a comment. Subscribe to our channel, and you can follow us on Twitter at @makes_play. Thank you, Vincent, for reading to me so wonderfully and calculating so many visuals.
Anytime.
Yes. And again, next time. So, see you next time.
Bye-bye.